All right, what up is Marcus. We have the biggest duds of week 3. We're going to be talking about big names, Brady, Wilson, CMC, JT. We're going to be talking about if they can actually turn it around or if we're just pressing the panic meter right now. And so the first one we're going to be pressing the panic meter, it is Tom Brady. Tom Brady, I think, will have a successful year when it comes to football, but when it comes to fantasy football, 270-1 is not going to get it done. He's not going to be in this high shootout type of games like he was last year where the defense just didn't seem to be itself, but this year the defense looks absolutely incredible, and so Tom Brady is going to have these games where it's 240-1, or he hasn't even had a 2-touchdown game yet, and you have a lot of Leonard Fournette that could easily take some rushing touchdowns. So I see Tampa Bay, again, struggling, especially with all the wide receivers that have been hurt. I see that they're going to be struggling offensively, and so Tom Brady is somebody that I am trying to pivot away for, especially in redraft. And in Dynasty, you really don't want to be a part of this either because he's not going to be a long-term asset. The Russell Wilson is another one that we're going to be causing a panic meter on this. And I understand that Denver's trying to figure out their own offense with Hackett there as the head coach, but it has been a mess. It has been Russell Wilson throwing to Cortland Sutton as much as he possibly can, a little bit of Gordon, a little bit of Javonte, and it has been a very big concerning thing to see that Russell Wilson has not shown to do great. I mean, if you look at Russell Wilson's stats versus Geno Smith's stats, they're sadly the same. They're sadly almost the same. He had 184-0. His season best is 340 yards and a touchdown. San Francisco's defense is very good, but you just saw Denver really struggle to get anything going offensively. It just seemed like every time it was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. And so I am really pressing some panic buttons here for Denver, the Denver Broncos here. The next one is Wentz. I think 211 and 0 touchdowns after he's had just an incredible start. Plays Dallas, Tennessee, Chicago. Not a great lineup of defenses that you want to be going against. So I think Wentz is going to be like QB2 back into the realm of that. There's no more QB1 of Carson Wentz for right now. I think he's back into QB 15, 16, 17, somewhere around there. And so you're going to see these 20-ish point games, and you're going to see 16 and 22, but I don't think you're going to see these 30-point games anymore for Carson Wentz. And they've already talked about a QB change after one bad game, so he's got some pressure already coming in Washington. The running backs, we have CMC. CMC has not had bad weeks. I mean, you're looking at 13.7, 14.8, 12.5, but they're not CMC previous to all of his injuries type of weeks. Now, I will say 4 receptions, 2 receptions. Baker Mayfield, I don't understand him. You have 2 primary weapons. You have CMC, you have DJ Moore. He's neglecting both of them in the receiving game. I do not understand this. We're going to talk about the panic of DJ Moore, but I am starting to be concerned about CMC with the Panthers offense. I thought they were going to take a step forward. I think this is definitely an opportunity where we're looking at going, CMC, you could sell on his extremely high value and get 2 players. You can get a Joe Mixon plus. And I think I would definitely rather do that move than keep CMC. In fact, CMC's already, I think, moving just down in the dynasty rankings. I understand he could be a league winner, but he's been healthy and he has not shown that league winning ability because of the defense has been so bad. Jonathan Taylor, 12 for 71, 3 for 20 in the air. Again, Colts offense is going to be bad. I mean, Matt Ryan is not a significant improvement. I've been saying that for the last 4 months, that he's not been a significant improvement over Carson Wentz. So I think Jonathan Taylor's fine. Again, he's not going to be the running back 1 overall, but when it's all said and done, he's going to be number 3, 4, 2, 5, somewhere around there. Top 5. He won't be number 1, but he'll be somewhere around there. We'll see exactly where that goes. Dalvin Cook, we're going to go through some injuries, 13.6. If you don't know Alexander Madison, this is a desperate time for some Alexander Madison. I know that Cook is day-to-day. He might come back and play, but Dalvin Cook always gets hurt. It's always his shoulders. It's always his hamstrings. It's always the same thing, just over and over again. DAndre Swift, panic, 6.1 points. He's got hurt. He had under 50% of snaps. Jamal Williams actually looked good. So that's just the biggest issue for DAndre Swift. And same for Montgomery. I mean, I think Swift is a bigger issue because of the AC sprain or shoulder sprain. I'm assuming it's an AC sprain. That could be a 3-week injury, and Swift has been made of glass lately. It's frustrating because he's so talented, and Detroit just doesn't seem to want to give him the ball. And then Montgomery, 1.1 points. If he's healthy, you play him. If you got Khalil Herbert, you're playing him if Montgomery is out. It's the Alexander Madison, Dalvin Cook basically situation. If the starter's playing, you play him. If he's out, You play the backup. Kamara, Mixon, Eckler, all under 10 points this week in half-point PPR. But again, I'm not panicking on any of those players. I think they just didn't have great weeks. And they're going to come back and they'll have 15 points a week. They're 15 points next week, and then we'll be fine. Kamara is the one that I'm worried about the most, and that just is because of the quarterback situation. But I can definitely see him having some better weeks here. Wide receivers, Justin Jefferson, 2.9. Tyreek Hill, 4.3. It's going to happen. You're going to have weeks that are just going to be poor performing. Even the best wide receivers, besides Cooper Kupp last year, had poor weeks. Cooper Kupp, still amazing. Gabe Davis, 5.2. Up and down. He's going to be that guy that ends up as wide receiver 22, and he's going to have 5-6 good weeks. And he's going to have weeks like this, 3 for 37, and you're going to want to rip your hair out. He's going to have a very Devontae Smith-esque season. DJ Moore, 6 targets, 1 for 2. That's not good. And that means we're panicking on DJ Moore. Again, I think Baker Mayfield has just struggled to find DJ Moore, and I don't understand that. It's like I want Sam Darnold back, but it's also I don't want Sam Darnold back. Jerry Jeudy, 2 for 17. Also panicking. These both, DJ Moore and Jeudy, if I can sell in Dynasty, I'm trying to. I have actually that in one of my biggest leagues. I have all good positions besides wide receivers. I have Evans, Jeudy, and DJ Moore, and it has been a struggle fest. And I am very mad. And then Allen Robinson, 2 for 23. I am not keeping on to him for very long. I mean, I'm trying to get rid of him. I actually traded Allen Robinson for MT, and I got a little bit of flack in Dynasty where they're like, whoa, like, why'd you do that? I thought you didn't like Michael Thomas. I was like, no, I just think Allen Robinson's not going to have a great year as good as everyone else has been projecting for the 2022 season. Waller, Kittle, both bad performances, but again, tight ends is what we trust. We trust in the elite tight ends. Kelsey, Mark Andrews are players that I was mocking a ton of times when I had that end of first round, either in the end of the first or early second for redraft, and I am not regretting that one bit because Kelsey and Mark Andrews are cheat codes. Everyone else has been an issue, and this just shows it. Waller, Kittle, part of the human tight ends, and then you have everybody else that is great one week. They're 7 for 50, and then the next week they're 1 for 7. Hayden Hurst. So again, this is Marcus Nice with Dads. I hope you I hope you enjoyed this content. I've been battling some sickness here. So is my son. So we'll see you again tomorrow with some waiver wires.